Welcome back to the basement, the friendliest place on YouTube.
We just defeated a illustrated book about birds.
That's right, Ted. We sure did. We defeated a bird. And we got Errol, and Tetra and her big pirate dudes are
taking Errol back to our town.
Oh, it's a door! We saw it in the beginning. I said I wanted to make it in Minecraft, but we saw a Ganon in the door.
Whoa.
Dude, you gotta go in there. You gotta kick some Ganon booty.
I gotta kick him right.
We're kicking Ganon's booty.
Whoa. It's Ganon.
I told you.
It's been a while, boy. You've done well to sneak into my fortress and wriggle your way all the way up here. That's what I told the stomach worm that I had. I suppose the least I can do is commend you for your reckless courage.
You said it's been a while, boy?
Before you wriggled your way all the way up here. My name is Ganondorf. I'm the master of the Forsaken Fortress.
Yeah, your chin is...
Oh, snap.
Like, you're having too much massive weight gain powder in the breakfast
By the way,
shakes.
boy, when you drew that sword of yours out of its pedestal, did you by chance notice how all of the monsters frozen in time started and began stirring again?
Yeah, I did notice that.
Do you know what that means? I highly doubt you do. Foolish child, but that sword is indeed the blade of evil's bane. At the same time, it has long played another role. It's also a sort of key, a most wretched little key that has kept the seal on me and my magic intact.
Oh, pshaw.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how Link, by pulling the sword to defeat the bad guy,
falls right into Ganon's hands.
Wakes up Ganon. Whoa, snap. Do you think that's what we did in Breath of the Wild? Do you think that's why... Do you think maybe Ganon is actually underneath the pedestal where the Master Sword is in Breath of the Wild?
You can beat it without... Oh, hey, Ganon, that's not nice.
Whoa, low blow. He's just a kid, bro. You cannot defeat me with that blade that does not sparkle.
You could beat Breath of the Wild without getting the Master Sword.
You got any glitter? I could make this blade sparkle all day. Its power has gone and its edges are dull.
I've got some pale arms. I'm not showing off any pit stains in it.
No, your pits are nice and stain-free. Whew! Thank you, Tide. We're having ravioli.
It sure is boring around here.
Why did you do that?
Because he goes like this, and if he had any pit stains, we would see them.
Oh, that's a good point. I was gonna say
it sure is boring around here.
Watch my pit stains. This is terrible. He's trying to choke Tetra.
Hey, she's a girl.
Huh? My hand.
She's a princess.
What?
What the?
My price of power is resonating.
Also, the Wii U gamepad's
Last I found you, Princess Zelda. What? What are you talking about? I don't know any Zelda. Feigning ignorance will gain you nothing. Tell me, if you're not Zelda, then why do you have this fragment of the Triforce?
It is a good question.
I killed the man. I took it from him. Whoa!
Did we just get saved by the Flash?
We got saved by those guys.
Oh.
Not the Flash.
Oh.
There's an animation, a storytelling philosophy that I heard about once that Pixar uses.
It's a dragon we helped, and now he's gonna help us. You get him.
Whoa, we just started that right on the fire.
Oh.
So it's a storytelling philosophy that I notice it now every time I'm watching some kind of story. Okay? And the idea is that the main character can get into trouble by accident, but should never get out of trouble by accident. They should always have to do something or use something about themselves to be able to get out. And I notice it all the time now where like this is a good example of that. Like, whoa, this is a real problem, and then somebody else just randomly comes and gets him. Would have been way cooler if Link grabbed Tetra and jumped out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, at least he showed heart, though. He attacked.
That's true.
So I think if we beat the game, then we can see this dialogue.
Right.
Like New Game Plus shows it all in English.
That's got to be a magical dragon. There's no way those wings could physically support him.
Well, that's true of a bumblebee.
What?
And yet... Yeah, no, like physics states that those wings are insufficient for that body, and yet they fly anyway.
What?
Yeah, it's
I wonder if they hover, if they have like electromagnetic repulsion or something magical.
That's a good question. We should look into it.
I should get a bumblebee as a pet. Name him John. And then, you know...
John.
I always felt like Bumblebee would make a great pet. They're so fuzzy wuzzy.
Wings.
They're so fuzzy wuzzy beautiful. Brunch, you're all right.
All right, so listen to this. This would be so interesting. You just cycle through the dialogue.
Yeah, they can
numbers.
read it if they want.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground.
That's what it says on the
The
article.
bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is possible. That's from Business Insider, an article in December of 2017. Its fat little body. Explained. The physics-defying flight of the bumblebee. Live science. Oh, it's like a escort quest.
You have to show where that voice is
Hey,
coming
we can't see what's going on in the light there.
from. What are you doing? Show me where the owner of that voice is.
Maybe they're holding hands.
Ooh, risque.
Short and stubby, the bumblebee doesn't look very flight-worthy. Indeed, in the 1930s, French entomologist Auguste Magnin
She's stuck.
even noted that the insect's flight is actually impossible, a notion that has stuck in popular consciousness since then. You don't need to be a scientist to raise an eyebrow at this assertion, but it sure is easier to explain the bumblebee's physics-defying aerodynamics if you're Michael Dickinson, professor of biology and insect flight expert.
Wow,
At the University of Washington.
Specialization.
Yeah, I want to be an insect fight expert.
Go, slugs, go! Swing him! Swing at him!
Okay, so the whole question of how those little wings generate enough force to keep them in the air is resolved, Dickinson said. There are details remaining, but it's just not an enigma anymore.
Interesting. Okay, we can't go that way.
Oh, a big misconception is the belief that bumblebees flap their wings up and down. Actually, with rare exceptions, they flap their wings back and forth.
Yes.
Huh.
I've seen videos and stuff of that.
What do you know?
Like, cause you know when you're in a car and you stick your hand out the window,
Yeah.
and you do this,
Yeah.
and it moves your hand up, and you
Yeah.
do this and moves your hand down.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Their wings are going like this. So it's like they're treading water. It's not like they're the bees aren't flapping up and down like a bird does. It's like they're treading water in the air, like you would do with your hands. So I gotta take her down.
And really, we're flying
to-
when we're in water, and we're floating, and we're treading.
Here's where I'm trying to go.
That's where you're trying to go.
Yep.
Link went down a spiral staircase. Then he met the king of Red Lions, TETRA Zelda.
Are you him? Are you the one who is speaking through my stone without my permission? Answer me! The stone is an enhanced version of the gossip stones, long spoken of legends for the Hyrulean royal family.
He's basically the
That
ghost dude
stone?
from the Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. That stone, though,
Oh.
was glowing green. Have you seen some of the theories on the luminous stone and what it actually has in it? I am its king, Daphne's no Hansen Hyrule.
I like that you can't see his face because of his dumb collar. It's
My
like,
musical choices is my middle name.
what kind
No
of beard
Hansen.
is that?
There is no need for me to reveal my true identity so long. What?
That was a terrible Hansen joke.
Bop, 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 bop. I should be do bop, 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 do. Yeah, yeah. Is that a better Hansen joke?
Yes.
For the sealing of the kingdom, the gods chose who could build a new country and commanded them to take refuge on the mountaintops. Those people were your ancestors. Hundreds of years have passed since then, so long as Ganondorf was not revived. So you didn't answer my question about the Luminous Stone. Have you seen any of those theories? on that?
No. I answered it by going, nah.
Oh. It's pretty compelling. That luminous stones contain the spirits of the dead. It's like kind of stated in Breath of the Wild. And also that's what maybe the gossip stones are made out of in Ocarina of Time.
So have
You
the
talked about
stones
the
all
stones?
melted and then evaporated, and then that's what we see floating through the air in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer?
So that's what they're saying is that the luminous stones are like a physical manifestation of...
Oh my. I never would have guessed those would fit together. That's like when you're a kid and you're watching Sesame Street and the two-headed monster is like...
Which one goes in this
No, they're doing the compound word. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think of any... Like Batman. Sure, we'll just say Batman. Bat. man, and it's super slow, and then the words go, and they move in a tiny bit. When I was a kid, I was like, it's Batman! Just say it! And they say it super slow again, and then they scoot him a little bit closer again, and then I'm like,
man!
I'm gonna get up and go get a vanilla wafer while I wait for
And
this
then they finally move it closer together, they're like, Batman! And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And they finally get it. They act like they just
like,
got it. Like,
oh,
it's Batman.
Exactly what you're talking about. Hangman. Hangman.
Those dumb puppets. Alright, so she's Zelda. So now that she's changed into a princess, she's totally going to lose all of her pirate zep, and she's just going to be just a stereotypical female NPC driving the plot forward.
Totally just happened to her.
Which
she was
is
an
the
interesting
common
character.
criticism of the game, but it is a valid criticism, I think.
Why? What they should have done is that, they should have kept her being piratey.
Is he already a ghost?
Brunch. I don't know how to say this.
I'll cook dinner and clean the floors.
Everything that's happened to you and your poor sister.
You go rescue
It's been my fault.
everything.
I will give up my piratey ways.
I'm not being sexist. I'm making fun of sexism.
Yes, of course. It is so sad how she's like,
Brunch.
I was an interesting
Careful.
character,
Ooh,
and
I
now
love my new apron.
and now she's all being all like holding her heart.
Well,
It's like before she was like, yo, wanky wanky, I'm a freaking pirate.
but I could kind of see, like, they could have still done that and handled it better. Like, maybe she's a tomboy, but she always wanted to be a princess, but she felt like she wasn't worthy because she didn't know. That was a surprise to her too.
She was surprised.
And maybe she's like, dare I hope? I always kind of wanted to be. I didn't tell anyone because of my tomboy image, but they just
Right.
she becomes a non-factor in the game now for so long. Spoiler.
So we got 2 temples that we gotta go to. Each temple has an entrance. Gotta get a sea chart. Gotta go find them.
We got to get some pieces of heart that we've been skipping. We see your comments to that effect, and we're going to be
especially in this whole heroes mode thing, we need more hearts, man. This is it's.
So we'll be looking for bottles. We'll be looking for fairies. We'll be looking for pieces of heart. We'll get the swift sail or.
Yep, we're gonna shoot the tornado guy and get the ability to warp around.
Yep. So we got plans to step away from plot progression for a little bit and make things easier on ourselves moving forward, and that'll be a lot of fun.
Super excited.
In the basement.